So we are reaching a new year. It is almost 2024. I know a lot of us are in the place or you see a lot of vision boarding, you see a lot of goal setting, you see a lot of, space being held for reflection and kind of raising the bar, right? As we grow and evolve, we are always changing our beliefs. Beliefs that are serving us today, here and now, are going to eventually limit us in the future when we have evolved further. So the purpose of this video is to take the goals off the pedestal for a moment and to really focus on your ability to feel worthy of achieving what you're going after, and to also see the bigger picture, to connect yourself to the highest vision that you can attain. Meaning it's not just about attaining things or worldly anything, possessions or experiences, but there's actually a very deep connection to everything that when you remind yourself of, you are given a leverage, an energy far beyond, you co-create with God, right? As opposed to trying to control everything on your own and doing things from this kind of egoic sense of yourself that is trying to prove or validate something. If you take that off the pedestal and you start to work with your self-awareness and your true life purpose, which is very different than, a career, a relationship, blah, 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 living in a city, it's actually why you are truly here. It's what you have come here for. And so we're going to dive into that topic in hopes to really set up 2024 to be a really meaningful year for you in whichever direction that you're working towards, that you take yourself with it. You take your self-awareness with you, that you become deeper self-aware, and that whether you're going through the darker parts of you or you're on the other side of the scale going through the lightness in you and spreading that out, that you also are just about yourself the entire journey, that you have your own back, that you have this sense of underlying peace. And so that's what we're going to touch on in this video. There's also something I want to add, because there is a lack mindset that is very ingrained in the collective consciousness, that not everybody can make it to the top, that there's only room for some people to make it to the top, in a metaphorical sense. But this comes from such a lack mindset. If we remember, like God's love, and I know everybody's such a unique path and journey to walking with God, and so just to kind of take these concepts metaphorically and not super literal, but when you walk with God and you journey to your higher version with Him, you have to remind yourself of what it means to be His creation. It's so valuable. Of course, we all have room to make it to the top. This is the mindset of abundance, and the mindset that you deserve to walk in and everyone deserves to walk in, that eliminates the need for competition. Of course, we are going to feed inspiration into the web of creation, but there is no need to keep people down or like compare yourself, or the cattiness that comes in dynamics of social settings or creativity. Everybody has a space at the top, and it's guaranteed for you, because part of us being here is to evolve into our higher versions, and that is for everybody. Every single person that is here existing is here because we need them to exist. God didn't create you just because, right? And so this is the spiritual reminder that I'm going to just throw in there in the beginning. The reason why I talk about belief system being so important is because if you don't get in check with your belief systems, your actions are going to stay the same, and your experience of your life is going to stay the same. It is really up to you deciding to shift into different belief systems and how you view yourself and how you view the world that is going to really start to change your life, your habits, and your actions. Your actions are the only proof of what it is that you believe about yourself. I'm going to say that again. Your actions are your only proof of what you actually feel and know about yourself. Just pick one area of your life that needs growth and start there. And the 1% better that you become at it every single day is going to unlock a new mind for you. It's going to unlock, it's like if we're in a video game, right? Like you have to take those steps to then have a new mindset be bestowed upon you, and it's kind of like a spiritual initiation. So if you're willing to put in the energy and the expansive positive energy that it takes, you will continue to get new insights and new information and wisdom that will come through, that will keep you going. And therefore all you need to know is here and now, what needs to grow and what action can I take to grow it, and the rest will come day by day, moment by moment. You have to trust. That is the portion of faith that you have to allow into your life to have that space. And what I mean by like have that space, or like allow faith to hold space for you in your life, meaning having kind of this intangible knowing, like having your faith sit beside you on your shoulder at all times and not have it be shaken by anyone or anything. And it's something that is part of your vision, part of your plan. It's not something that you like speak out loud about and share. It's like it's an internal knowing, right? And so it also influences the degree of actions that you're taking and how much investment of your energy you're going to put into something. When you just simply know that your faith is also going to be there working with you, right? Like God's working with you, universe is working with you. Every belief that you have now that is expansive and is growing you into a better version is eventually going to become a limiting belief to your future self, to your future version, once you have kind of done that level of growth. So we are always evolving our beliefs, and we don't always know what limiting beliefs we have unless we continue to keep moving forward and to take ourselves with us in the journey, not leaving ourselves behind, not leaving the spiritual essence, not leaving the self-awareness behind. And what I mean by that is you can easily, as you're attaining things, I guess you could say levels of your life, you can leave yourself behind and start really being kind of in your egoic self, which is just absorbed by what it is that you're attaining and not really having the self-awareness of your beliefs, how the impact that you're having around you on people, how you're treating yourself, if you have your needs from your inner child coming up. Are you learning how to reparent that part of you? These are all things that come with you in your journey as you are attaining leveling up. And so in this video, not only it is a reminder to take yourself with you into the 2024 year, to go after attaining your vision, but also to continue to deep dive into your self-awareness, your beliefs. The journey that I took to understand myself, it's by trying so many things and failing, and then getting up and continuously trying with the same level of openness and, you know, our open-heartedness and humbleness. In times of hitting rock bottom and turning to God and opening my heart and wanting purity to run through my veins, like as badly as I wanted to breathe, it was through that conviction that sprouted this understanding of who I am and much more of a bigger vision than just going after a career, for example. I want for every one of you who's watching to build such a strong foundational evidence profile within yourself that gets you to a place and a mindset that once you decide you want to do something and apply your energy, it is going to be such a fruitful experience for you no matter what. No matter what. Why I believe in myself to achieve anything that I really set my true intentions to is because I have built such a profile within myself. It's undeniably there that it's a relationship with myself and with God. He knows, like, if I mess up, if I fail, I'm gonna be there for myself. There is no rock bottom that I will lose myself in. And therefore, what fear could be bigger than me? None of them. I am so knowing of who I am that I am always going to be bigger than any fear that comes up. And I want that for every one of you. I want you to build such a rapport with yourself in 2024 and to reevaluate all your belief systems so that we can really move in a very graceful way. When I have been in those places where my heart, my body, my mind, everything felt so heavy, almost at rock bottom, if not rock bottom, okay? And all I could do was just know that I didn't want to feel that way anymore. I didn't know any other thing above that I could attain, that I could believe in enough for myself. All I knew is I didn't want to feel that way anymore. And an aha moment happened with the power of intention, the moment that I truly decided, like mind, body, spirit, that I was gonna do better, that I was gonna be better inch by inch every day, that I was going to take what I didn't want to feel and just work with that and make it simple for myself. You know, that moment, nothing in my external had changed. My environment stayed the same. The people around me stayed the same. The food I was eating stayed the same. But I started to pick up and notice very different things. Abundance was always all around me. I just couldn't see it. And so this is an example of what I mean by shifting your beliefs, by opening up to what's around you and to understanding the tools that are there for you right here and now. Energy goes where intention flows. I was able to pull myself out of this negative rut because I was finding so many reasons to be happy over very simple things, over being able to have a coffee in the morning, for example, over having clean oxygen, and those things come with you no matter what you are attaining. Those are the foundations and the things that you don't want to leave behind. And why it's important to take those with you is because you are going to be tested on your journey at all times, no matter how aligned and leveled up that you become, you're always going to have tests, either from other people reflecting it back to you, or from making bigger and harder decisions when you have more resources, for example. So no matter what I do, every single morning, I'm about setting the intention, setting an intention and really sitting with it in a form of meditation, prayer, leaving worries on my mat for God and I to work out, but really setting the intention of what it is, how I want to be, how I want to show up, how I want to respond, and not just take yesterday and today and be reactionary. So what my morning conversation with God looks like is, God, today I want to be, fill in the blank. Be with me, be with my side. Allow me to see that you're by my side. Allow me to acknowledge that you have this amazing, incredible love for me that is going to work with me. And should I be setting an intention that's not for the greater good, or that there is something better, for example, give me grace to go through the lessons, to go through the change of course in my path, so that it can unfold in your greater will. One of the things that I love to journal about for really refocusing and resetting what areas of my life I want to grow and versions of myself that I want to grow is stepping into the era of that character and embracing it. And, you know, journaling and labeling my life story as it unfolds as different eras has been so fun and such a exciting way to look at all of the unfoldings. So to become successful in this new era of your life, you need to ask yourself questions like, what is this character like? Who does this character have to be? What does this character's energy feel like? What does this character look like? When you have your shadow self come up, for example, what I mean by shadow self is you want to be confident, but you have insecurities, or you want to feel active, but you are also feeling lazy. You don't have to punish these shadow sides of yourself. They are part of you, just as they are of everybody, except people wear a lot of masks and show only the positive sides. But the negative also is equally there and needs to be acknowledged. And once you realize that this shadow self of you can be used in any moment for choosing good still, you can embrace both. You can integrate both, and you don't have to suppress your negative side and pretend that it doesn't exist, because eventually it will surface, or you will attract circumstances and situations in your life that reflect this undealt, acknowledged part of yourself. So when you bring both up, and it's like in a moment where you're starting to feel the insecurity creep in, then you always have the power in the moment to choose confidence or to choose insecurity. Okay? When confidence comes up, you can still acknowledge you have confidence and you have the opposite. You are going to choose confidence. Or maybe that time you didn't choose confidence, you chose insecurity, and that's okay. Next time you're going to be more aware and more conscious to choose confidence. But both are going to be handed to you in many moments of your life. Just let it be, okay? It's going to be so much easier on yourself to continue growing forward if you're not extremely identified with the shadow parts of you, or you're not extremely shameful or embarrassed of them. They are there to, again, show you the options that you have, right? And sometimes they need to come up to the surface to remind you of this option that you have. As much as I say that beliefs are such a foundation, there is something even more foundational than that. And I mean more deep-rooted, that holds everything else that shapes your identity. So you have your belief systems, but even deeper than that, you have the heart in which you hold the feelings that you have, the heart that you love with, the heart that you have compassion with. So of course that correlates into your beliefs, because whatever you hold in here about yourself, about others, about the world, about God, and about God and you, is how you're going to experience and penetrate all of your beliefs, and then all of your manifestations, and then all of your outwardly reflections. All of that stems from the heart that you, so it's not even always about the action that you take, but it's the heart that you do the action with. This is where you hold all your beliefs. So it is so important to spend an era of your life healing your heart. It is a never-ending journey, but it definitely makes a huge difference and transformation in the way that you experience your life. And a lot of things that we experienced when we were growing up, needs that we had in order to feel love that we didn't receive from family, parents, guardians, friends, etc. Because it is nobody's business, nobody's job, no matter if they're parents or friends, to love on you the way you need to be loved. It is only your job, only your responsibility, and only your knowing of what it is that you need. So this heart space, this healing within yourself, is the underlying journey, even more deep-rooted than any of the beliefs that come up above it. So of course the language of the heart is emotions. Emotions give energy to your behaviors. Of course, your behaviors become habits. But I'm here to remind you that you can consciously choose how you feel. But your thoughts also come and go. You can consciously think. You can consciously choose thoughts that you're going to allow to take up real estate in your mind and to repeat. Because no matter what thoughts come in and go, I mean, you can have like a wild thought come up and then it'll pass and you'll never think about it again. It could even happen to something important, like something important can come up in your mind as a thought and you can completely forget about it an hour later. But there are certain thoughts that you have that kind of take up more of a real estate in your mind and reoccur, and you allow that process to happen. So in 2024, we're going to pay attention to what triggers us. We're going to pay close attention to certain things that we want to attract. Are we actually giving it to ourselves? If you are seeking your partner to fill something in your life, is it something, well, definitely yes, it is something that you are calling out to yourself for. Are you going to give it to yourself, right? Are you going to become a person that gives it to other people so you can actually experience it instantly? Because being of service it's one and done in the same. If you give something to somebody, you're receiving it. When you know yourself more, you just have more love for yourself. Ultimately, you just have more peace within yourself, because you know that wherever you land, no matter what happens to you in life, you're going to be able to pick yourself up and love yourself. And that you create a safety net, you create a safety energy for yourself without needing it from external places or people. One of the tools that have helped me so much in getting to know myself and really laying down these foundational understandings and connecting with the higher version of me, with God, with how I see life and how I can change my beliefs, is writing in a journal. I am going to leave my journal down below in the description if you'd like to order yours for the new year 2024, where we can take this journey together to start really reflecting on an internal flourishing. Anyway, that is all that I have for you today. If you enjoyed, give a like and a subscription to the channel so that these videos can continue to come out, and share to a friend who might be able to reflect on something that can better their 2024. And of course, with much love, until next time.